I'm Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and on today's episode of AGF Stitched, I'm going to be showing you this awesome Starling quilt pattern. It is a free pattern that you can get on our website or the link below, and it uses art gallery basics. So let's get started. So this quilt has a lot of steps, but you're only making a couple of blocks. The first thing I want to show you is in each block you're going to have a left unit and a right unit. So these first steps that we're going to be taking are going to be walking through the left unit. Our first step is to make half square triangles. Now in this quilt we make them two different ways, and we do that to conserve fabric. I'm going to be sewing with Aurifil 2021, which is a nice complement to the Pure Elements white. You're going to place your fabric E and fabric F square, right sides together, pin twice, draw a line from corner to corner, and this time we're going to stitch directly on that line. We're going to trim a 1/4 inch away. We're going to discard this piece, and you're going to press towards your fabric F, and you're going to make one single half square triangle for each fabric F for a total of 4. Now we're going to cut our triangles. We're going to cut fabric B square on the diagonal from corner to corner. This is very important that you really get this right on the diagonal, and you want to make sure the tip of your ruler is on the very tip on both sides. You're going to make 12 fabric B triangles, and I'll just keep those labeled. And then we're going to make 8 fabric L triangles. And again, just go very slowly on this step. And then on the next steps, when we're sewing with this, these right here are going to be bias edges. So if you pull them, they move. Whereas on the edge of these, they don't. So anytime you're sewing on this diagonal, you're going to need to pin a lot. So let's keep sewing. So we're going to keep building the quilt. First, we're going to lay our half square triangle down. We're going to make sure it's facing the correct way, and then we're going to be using our fabric B triangles. So double check that this is going the right way. The first thing you will do is line up this left edge and the top edge and ignore this edge. Pin several times, press. Then after that is done, you're going to add this side. And again, you're going to line up the bottom and the right and stitch. You're going to be using a 1/4 inch seam, and this is what that will look like. You should have a point right here, and then you have these little dog ears. So we're going to just trim those off with scissors. Then we're going to add a fabric L triangle to this side. And the key here is going to be pins, but you want to line up this corner and pin, this corner and pin, and you can see it's going to be moving around a little bit, so you're going to want to pin in the center, maybe 2 more pins. When you're stitching with this, just stitch slow and just remove your pins as you go. And your top left Starling unit will look just like this. You'll trim your dog ears off, and you're going to make 4 of these. So we just finished the first half of our left Starling unit, and now we're moving to the second half. You're going to take a fabric G rectangle and a fabric E square, and just make sure your E is the correct way. Draw a line from corner to corner with your friction pin. When I place these squares on here, I like to pin and place twice. You're going to stitch directly on this line, trim. You're going to discard that piece and press. And this is going to be your left corner unit. So this is where it could get a little tricky because you've got a lot of squares and rectangles and stuff going different ways. So just follow your pattern closely. This time we're going to put E on the left end of a fabric G, and we've drawn a line on the corner of all of these. on the diagonal of all of these. You're going to stitch directly on this line, which is going to look just like this. You're going to cut a 1/4 inch away and press. That is going to look just like this. Then we're going to add on the other side, going the other way, and again we're going to be pinning, stitching, cutting a 1/4 inch away, and then this is how your unit is going to look. Now in this pattern we want you to pay attention to the arrows, because if you press according to the pattern, all of your seams are going to nest, which is going to really help you, especially when you're putting this together. So this is the step we just did. This is the step previous. So we're going to pin these together, right sides together. Now if you go here and your seams don't nest, you just flip it around. So I've got it to where the seams nest. You're going to pin on the left and the right just to get the symmetry going, which is that's where I always start when I'm pinning. And then you're going to want your seams to nest. So you just push those right up next to each other and pin, and that way when you're sewing, your seams will come out perfectly. You're just going to stitch with a 1/4 inch seam, and you're going to have your bottom left starling unit. So now we're just going to put these two units together, and you're going to pin, and you'll notice that these seams nest, and it is getting very tedious, but luckily you only have to make 4 of these, so we can move on to the right side. So now we're moving to our right starling unit. We're going to be using fabric I and fabric C squares. We're going to be making a half square triangle unit, but a different technique. So we're going to put these right sides together. Draw a line from corner to corner with your friction pin. I like to put a pin in on each side. But this time we're going to stitch a 1/4 inch away from each side instead of directly on the line. We're going to cut on the drawn line, and we're going to make 2 from each fabric I. So now you're going to take each of your fabric H squares and cut them on the diagonal once. To do that, I like to use the Creative Grids ruler, and I like to use this line. If you put this line directly on here, make sure your points, you're cutting directly, and you're going to have 2 from each fabric H square, but we're going to just use 1. We're moving to our top right starling unit. Place a half square triangle, fabric H, and fabric B triangle. Just watch your placement by looking at your pattern. I like to do the same technique where I sew this to here. I'm going to pin twice actually, just to keep it from moving. And when you're stitching this, you would stitch from this corner rather than this point where it's hanging off. So you would always start in this 90-degree corner. After you add that, you will add this white rectangle, and it will look like this. Then you're going to add your fabric L triangle, and again you're going to make sure that you pin at each end first, then the center, and then throughout. And then this is your top right starling unit, and again press according to your pattern. So now we're moving to our corner unit. You're going to place a fabric E on the right side of a fabric J, stitch directly on the line, which is going to look just like this. Trim a 1/4 inch away, and here's your unit. Then we're going to build upon this. We're going to add a half square triangle and a fabric D square. Stitch a 1/4 inch away and press, and that will look like this. You're just going to stitch this together, and you're going to have your bottom right starling unit, and you're going to make 4. Now you just put your top and bottom together, and that is going to be your right starling unit. And you can see we've taken a lot of time to do our points really nicely, and you can do it too at home. All we have to do is add our left starling unit, stitch, and of course pin in all the right places. And here is your beautiful block, and you only have to make 4. Now, assembling this quilt, the hardest part is really your blocks. So just refer to your pattern for your quilt assembly. You're just going to assemble your quilt center and then add your borders. What gives the beauty of this block is the movement. It may seem intricate in that we're doing things differently, but your end result is going to be beautiful. And with lots of open spaces in your quilt, you can get your quilt custom quilted, and the quilter will have a lot of fun. They can use straight lines or big medallions and really have a lot of fun. So the quilting on this is going to really make your quilt. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the Fat Quarter Shop YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.